a woman, right, we are protecting ourselves, because now it's coming to the situation where we're blamed for things. Even when we jump behind and help and try to save somebody, we're the issue there. So is that the modern day woman?
No, the modern day woman is just, we've gotten to such a privilege of being able to shift the narrative of what womanhood looks like. Like my mom married to get out of her house, and her mom did the same thing.
Right.
And I couldn't imagine that for myself. You know, I'm 39 years old now, and I would like to be married and get in you know, a committed relationship and all of that, but I don't want to do so just to like escape or welcome in this next part of my life that I think this person is going to usher me into. I don't want to be nobody's Coretta. Like, I'm having a great time being Oprah. Whoopi. I like all the people that don't want nobody up in their house.
All right, that's the first part of it. Let's get into it, though, man. He was talking about what womanhood looks like, and also how women had to marry for survival, and how women are marrying for survival. So let's go ahead and speak on that.
Let's start with
Go ahead, Sweeney. Try the conversation. Since you don't want to talk about anything else, go ahead. Let's go in the Sweeney world. Let's slide down the slide and talk about whatever you want to talk about, Sweeney.
Don't be like that, Marcus, bro. Y'all know that. Come on, man. That shit just got ridiculous. We all know it. Like, damn, this chick says she don't want no damn kids. She don't want no goddamn kids.
My point wasn't about kids, though.
I know, bro. I know.
Prioritization of love life. My point was about, in general, I think women actually care more about the things that they're saying they don't care about than they would.
We're not saying that.
Given the right situation.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go and stay on that topic about as far as like what does womanhood look like? That's what they was describing, what womanhood looks like for them, and also how women were marrying for survival, which we still see that today. Like a lot of women want to marry for that security. Go ahead, Swin.
Well, first, I'm so sick of people talking about a generation of people that they don't fucking know. Like, they weren't marrying for survival back then. You don't get if one, because single women had all the same options that men had. The whole you couldn't open up a bank account thing was only if you were married and you had a husband. That bank accounts were available for women who did not have husbands. They weren't marrying for survival. First of all, most people were just surviving in general. And after that, let's just say, okay, y'all don't want to marry people. Y'all see it as nothing other than a survival tactic. Who gives a flying fuck? Then go do you. I'm so sick and tired of them telling us that, oh, well, we don't actually want y'all. We only wanted y'all because y'all were necessary. Congratulations. We created a world that was safe enough for you to take care of your damn self. We provided for y'all in spades, and y'all gave us y'all ass to kiss. Okay. Who gives a shit? Then go be single, go be by yourself, and live your life as happy as you want to live it. I don't give a fuck. But don't come out here and don't come out here at the end of it all and tell us how it was a man's fault, why your ass is where you at. I'm with Bruce on that. As long as you don't fucking complain about it, if you happy, then if you like it, I love it. But don't come in 10 years from now, because y'all was just talking about how don't nobody protect you. The first barrier of protection as a man is your man. And since you're saying that you choosing everything else but the man, then leave us the fuck out of it then. Don't talk about what we not doing for you. We don't owe you that. Just like you just told us, you don't owe us shit. You chose your career. You chose your life. You said fuck marriage because we only did that shit out of survival. Fair. Then leave us the fuck out of it when you have a problem in your life. Don't come running to us then. And don't blame us for the shit that goes on in your life. Be happy on your own, just like you just said.
Another important thing, don't get mad when you end up in situations where you don't have protection and something bad happening. That's the consequences that come with that. You want somebody to protect you. A lot of these guys that you don't belong to, or haven't wiped you, or you're not their baby mama or sister, or they not your father. A lot of those guys that's outside of that is not going to be compelled to protect you when shit happens. Now you might have some guys that are very noble that will put their life on the line, But in most cases, these guys is not protecting these women these days. So you got to understand the situation you putting yourself in, moving like that. And as long as, like you said, as long as you're okay with it, just don't complain.
I think like a lot of this conversation, they're speaking from their own perspective on what it means to be a woman nowadays, right? I don't think that's something across the board. I feel like her talking about her experience and how her parents decided to move on for marriage doesn't apply to most women. I don't think so, unless you grew up in that particular culture where they would marry their girls off. My parents, my mom got married because she loved the person. My grandmother got married to my grandfather because she loved the person. So I view marriage and relationships a totally different way than they would. But I agree with Sweeney, though. If that's the life that they decide to lead, then later on they can't complain about it. Like she stated, she's 39 and she would like to have a partner, but the way that she is presenting the idea of being with her, it doesn't seem that welcoming, right? I don't see men lining up necessarily to be her stedman, if she is even at the caliber of Oprah, because that's what she referenced.
Her pantry too full. That's why niggas ain't lining up.
Darren, I wasn't even going to go there. We're not going to do that. We're not
Well,
going to do
I'm
that.
being real.
But
I'm
there
going
are
to call
people
it
out
straight
there
up.
that love them thick women. There are men out there that love that. It's people for everybody. But I feel like they're talking about their specific, perception of life. And I really hate when they say the modern women nowadays, and then they group us all into this one thing, this one little box, that no woman wants to have this type of lifestyle anymore, when that's not true. So I really don't agree.
Well, her pantry wasn't, and I'm not going to say the other word. If her pantry wasn't as full as it is, the chances of her being single and having to have a conversation about not being married would be drastically decreased.
That's not true, Darwin, because the other women that's on the panel are probably single as well, and they look quite fit. So it's a mentality more than it's a physical.
Drastically decreased. I didn't say that she was guaranteed to have a husband. I'm just saying the chances of her going this long without would be decreased.
You ever seen 600-Pound Life? My 600-Pound Life?
The fact that they got a TV show that says 600-Pound Wife proves
life.
My point.
No, not wife.
Or 600-Pound Life proves my point.
No, it doesn't prove the
they
point.
Gotta have
my
that
point is, Darwin, I'm just saying it's most of the women that are on there are married. So that's not the main factor. Like a lot of men try to push that weight is going to keep you from finding someone, but that's not true. People are out there that also want different type of body types. I don't think that's the thing. I think it's more so a mentality.
Are you saying the woman that's 600 pounds had the same dating influence, or she can get the same amount of guys or whatever, or traction in the dating market as a woman who's well within her weight or body or health?
I'm saying that she can find a companion just like anybody else can find a companion. Her lack of companionship doesn't go.
I wasn't saying that she can't find somebody just like anybody else. My argument is that the degree of difficulty, she has a degree of difficulty because of her mass. You don't agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that now.
Okay, so let me flip
it. All right, come on, y'all.
We got
people can say the same thing about you because you're bold.
A guy who's 6'5", a guy who's 6'5" versus a guy who's 5 foot. Who has a degree of difficulty to get in this the girls?